Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video we have our first showcase, of course, with the new SARIEL, rocking just this absolutely amazing costume, might I say. SARIEL was one of those characters that I thought was just going to get absolutely shafted when it comes to costumes, but this here, my oh my, and the fact that you don't even have to pay for it, you can just do the 60 gems, is absolutely gorgeous. The drip or drown, baby shark, SARIEL, whatever you want to call it, is amazing. But here we have it. If you guys don't know what the SARIEL does, the first card here inflicts cleave damage, which does not activate critical damage, equal to 300% of attack on all enemies. Definitely glad to see more characters with the cleave effect, especially with the kind of characters we're seeing at the moment, characters like Barn having just the craziest resistance and like crit resistance especially. It helps out not having to actually apply the crit to do a lot of your damage. The second card here, stance card, increased damage dealt by 60% and assumes a stance for 2 turn, which taunts enemies, reduces incoming damage by 60%, then inflicts damage equal to 450% of attack when taking damage. Really nice taunt. It's actually one of the only taunts in the game, might be actually the only one, that at level 2 applies for 2 turns as well, which is absolute game changer. The ultimate here, which we have 2-6, inflicts quell damage. I swear it had a different name on the JP version, but inflicts quell damage equal to 330% of attack on all enemies. Probably pronouncing that one wrong as well. Looking at the grace here, different of course to the red SARIEL grace. Decreases all enemies' crit chance by 3% and crit damage by 8% for 2 turns whenever the hero uses their skills. So really good on certain characters like Iori, who already has most of that stuff built into his passive, like the decreasing pierce rate, or characters you want to survive really long, characters like the assault mode melee. I'm sure it'd work really well on them as well. Jumping over to the passive here, increases the 4 Archangel's allies' crit damage by 8% for each battlefield buff. With how this passive is built, pretty much the same as what you'd see on Excalibur Arthur, we're all thinking we're going to get a new kind of like Festival Archangel. Fingers crossed, it's like top of my eye. I know I've been saying that one a lot. Jumping over to the equipment here, some fairly good rolls. I did actually, just before I summoned, re-roll these defense rolls and completely forgot to check. I don't even know why it was on gems. I might have been doing some rare gear for Slater for the crit chance, because if you guys know how Red Slater works. And I guess having it on gold changes it to diamonds on gear, and ended up wasting like almost 200 diamonds right before the summons as well, which is why if you guys saw yesterday's showcase, which if you haven't, those summons were absolutely fire. I'd 100% recommend going and checking them out. Yeah, I was a little short when it came to the summons, so there's the reason why. But yeah, fairly decent rolls in general. We are running both SARIEL and the Margaret on attack crit, so CC is a little lower than it should be, and the cosmetics, we just upgraded the UR ones. I'm not super wealthy on the cosmetic upgrades, but this is the team we're using today. You can substitute the Zeldris in the back out for either like the Zeldris we've got now, because the SARIEL does actually apply debuffs when he attacks. You can use you could probably use like a Red Barn if you like. Gil Thunder would probably be your best bet, or even the Summer Ellie Hawk, but that's up to you. Super excited to try the team out. Once again, little shy on the CC. We could potentially change Margaret to HP defense if we want, but yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go, first opponent, an Assault Melee team. I feel like we haven't been seeing Assault Melee this much at all as of recent, and I mean, it is for good reason. He isn't really the greatest character in the world. I think for this first turn, I might actually keep the Breath of Bless just for the fact that, you know, we're versing Assault Melee team, we can get a whole bunch of debuffs on us. We'll go for this to start off, though, get the extra Tarmiel ultimate. I haven't actually used Tarmiel as of yet, so this is my first showcase, and still applying the debuffs there, even without actually attacking. That is interesting. We are going to try and rush the SARIEL. We're going to try and get at least one ultimate off throughout the video. I feel like as of recent, especially with the Trader Meliodas showcases, he just does so much damage in such a short period of time that you absolutely just cleave through teams. It's absurd what that man can do. Hoping I can actually find, I've got a couple showcases planned out for this SARIEL, of course. Hoping I can find one where, even if it doesn't work out the best or synergize super well, we can use him alongside the Trader Meliodas. Let's see. Okay, real player there, proccing the evasion food, getting the counter up on Chandler. Let's see, puts the block effect on as well there. Okay, does that mean, if he has the block effect on us, does that mean we can still crit? Let's actually have a look at that. We'll, actually quite a few good plays we can go for here. We'll go 1, 2, we could potentially rush a SARIEL ultimate. In all honesty, I might actually go for that. Just to start off the video, we'll go 1, merge that one over there, and then 2. Not attacking him a whole bunch doesn't put a whole bunch of debuffs on us either, a whole bunch of buffs on the Meliodas, which helps out. Okay, looks like we still can't crit, which is alright. Chandler not doing a crazy amount of damage. I would definitely like to, at least in the next showcase, use this Sariel alongside a Halloween Gotha. We did actually pull 2 dupes of the Halloween Gotha in our summons, which, once again, if you haven't checked those out, by all means do so. Once again, putting the block effect on us, that stops the Kell effect. That's alright, we should still be able to do a decent amount of damage. Let's see, he's really not doing much damage to us at all with this Grace fit in effect. We might go Breath of Bless, 2, and then I might go for the Time Mill. Hopefully we can kill the Droll here and we can apply that to the Chandler. Once again, Chandler's ultimate, not something you really have to worry about. It would have been nice as well if we could have had the Sariel stance up, because that does in fact increase the ult damage. Okay, I mean, we killed Chandler. Not too bad when it comes to damage. We are going to have to take an Assault Meliodas ult to the face, and look at Tarmiel there. Jesus, holy. I mean, it does look to be a fairly slow playing team, which is kind of what you should expect from the Archangel team. Most of the time it is just stalling out and either like getting a good pick with the... why have I forgotten her name? The Margaret ultimate, or if you can rush a Tarmiel ultimate. If he's 6'6", he absolutely wipes teams. His ultimate is still by far one of the best in the game. Look at that though, still just tanking Assault Mode single target cards like it's nothing. That one was a crit and he's still alive, like that is impressive. Unfortunately he's going to die, even if he survived that there, just the fact that he eats damage. Actually, did I even have the stance up? I don't think I did. Having him dead though, he might have to... this ultimate might end up killing us here. Let's go... we can rush another Sariel. Let's go like this. 1, 2, and 3. If we end up losing, it is what it is, getting the stance up there. Of course, can't counter the ultimates, but let's see. We should be able to get rid of Droll, at least. Yeah. Also really strange having like a character that hits so many times on AoE and doesn't crit, because usually you're just used to hearing that constant like critting sound effect. It's like very much, but let's see. If we can tank the Assault Mode Meliodas ultimate here, we will like end up winning this one, but if not, if he's 6'6", it is what it is. Nice actual match to start off though. I feel like we've got to show off the characters quite a bit. Does he end up killing the Margaret? Okay, yeah, he ends up killing the Margaret. Let's see how much counter damage we can actually get off here. I'm keen to see. Not an awful lot, okay. God damn. This is the... okay, yeah, so we do actually get to see him do the ultimate now with the extra stances on himself. I might go... I feel like we'll kill the Zeldris regardless here. So let's just go 1, 2. We'll show off the ultimate and then we'll get on to the next match. But honestly, I'm really happy with all of his animations. Like I said earlier, costume's absolutely fire, and we can just not kill his Assault Meliodas. Here we go, and I did just change to the HP defense set for Margaret. I did just play a match before this one, but I ended up throwing the match so absurdly hard. It's kind of embarrassing, so we're going to skip onto this one here. Going for the... I'm really glad we actually got the second Tarmiel stance. The second Sariel stance right off the bat, but with, of course, the release of Sariel, we did have a really big update. A lot bigger than I expected. We had the release of the Candy Crush event as well for the Hawk one. I'm a real big fan of it. I know a lot of people aren't, but good to see that they're still, even if it's just small events like that, good to see them still adding new stuff. Can we please break the shield? And actually did quite a bit of damage on top of it. If we could do the same for Escanor, that would be great. Yo, man, it's absolutely cleaving through Elizabeth's shield. What? Hold on, let's go 1, we'll go for the Margaret AoE, and then we'll see if we can wrap up everyone there with the Tarmiel stance. Honestly, at first impression, he's not looking too terrible. If he can deal with Elizabeth, that is instantly a huge job in my books. Getting rid of the revive there on Escanor, and then we can kill the Meliodas. Hey, I mean, he actually ended up killing the Escanor as well there. Not looking terrible. Honestly, if he just like, if we had some kind of support, or like he is the support, but like some kind of Archangel lead released within the next coming weeks, I could see this man being like turning into a must summon. At the moment, it's kind of hard to tell what they're going to do with him, but at the moment I'd say hold your horses. We'll see what happens. Removing the stance there from Sariel, a little unfortunate, but we can of course cleanse that. Can I break the Elizabeth shield? I think I'm just going to throw the ult out, and then at least if we break the shield with that, we can remove the ultimate with Tarmiel. I feel like with the Breath of Bless on Tarmiel as well, we should be able to kill the Elizabeth. In that first match, she ended up doing a surprising amount of damage just with the 2-star. Surprised they haven't given us any different ult removal cards. Like, pretty much every single character since Green Melon has gotten this same one, but with the Elizabeth there, let's get on to the next match. And as always, if you guys do manage to have any team suggestions, by all means let me know in the comment section down below, but getting quite lucky with the double Sariel stances, that's for sure. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. I feel like as well, in between these matches that I've been showing, I've just been non-stop getting like 330 or even like 340,000 CC teams, and we just keep getting absolutely obliterated. Like, I'd love to be able to show the matches, but like the second Sariel's out turn 1, like this is a Sariel showcase, and especially since it's our first showcase and we're just trying to show him mainly, I want to be able to get some stuff off. Backing into the Sariel, I feel like that's going to do, yeah, that's a lot of damage. 1-star Elizabeth card as well. Might be a bot. I was going to say, if he manages to throw the Dissolve there as well to get the attack stable, that would have been a dead Merlin. Let's go 1, 2, 3. This team, I feel like, yeah, if you can go first, we have such a huge advantage, especially if you can get that Sariel counter, but I don't know. Maybe building my HP defense set might be best, just to kind of boost that CC that tiny bit more. Or maybe even building like a really strong Gil Thunder or something in the back to increase your defense. And then the Gil Thunder is just such a huge loss in CC that I don't know if it's really worth it. This Ludociel team is about to absolutely blitz us. It's a shame Sariel doesn't work well with the Ludociel. I've absolutely been loving being able to show Ludociel so much as of recent. The whole reason cause mainly being the fact that obviously Trader Melios works insanely well with the unit, and having the Arthur Holy Relic, the OG Arthur Holy Relic, work insanely well with the Ludociel as well. Can we have Medic? Oh no, definitely not having Margaret Sapphire, goddamn. We do still have Sariel though in the front. Maybe we can get something working here. I might see if I can rush the ultimate, might be our best bet. We'll put up the counter. Having that Ludociel debuff on us as well is just so insanely menacing. We'll throw that one out. Reducing the Meliodas' stats by just a little bit. I mean, maybe we can get lucky and he can just have like a full hand of Sariel cards or something, but I mean a whole hand of like Ludociel cards, but I don't know, I definitely would have liked to have gotten more dupes in the ultimate. All the way I'm extremely happy about the 2 dupes for Halloween Girth that we got. I'd say summons were pretty successful. Backing in with Escanor, okay. Didn't crit, can we just one-tap there? No, unfortunately not. Can we kill his Escanor release? Jesus. He's super, that's a whole bunch of buffs on melee. Just having Sariel survive, god damn, okay. Holding him by a thread. Let's see, the thing only does stances on the character, that's correct? Per active stance on self, okay. We'll go 1, 2, and I feel like that can definitely kill Escanor. Let's see if we can go 3. If only we had a unit that did like a co-destruction card or something right now, would go absolutely ridiculous. Not killing the Escanor with the ultimate, but the AoE will definitely finish him off. Maybe I should have targeted I definitely should have targeted Ludociel, goddamn. And his Eldritch is going to do a lot, but no type advantage. I mean, even with type advantage, I didn't think we would have been able to kill there. And Elizabeth in the back. I mean, Sariel's definitely held his own. Quite a lot of lifesteal, and we managed to get the forfeit. He must have had terrible card draw. Let's see, we got 2 more opponents to go, and yes, I'm definitely glad we came up against the Barn team, so pretty much guaranteed to out-CC the Barn team, and definitely probably want to rush the Tamiya ultimate as well as like our best chance of winning. We'll merge those, get that one up there, so I feel like our win condition, yeah, is kind of rushing that Tamiya ultimate and then getting the Sariel stance up in the same turn, because obviously he has the ult reduction with the Red Eastern. Another character who's really good, who I feel like is just slightly slept upon. They're not like insanely powerful or anything along those lines, but still a really good character, especially for the Barn team. Like, you can pretty much substitute a whole bunch of characters out for that slot there. What do I want to go for here? Merge those, merge those. I want to hold this onto that just in case we can like rush the Margaret ultimate and do some kind of play. I might throw out the Holy Blade just whilst we can get like a little bit of damage without him having the gift effect up. Once again, not a crazy amount. The Barn team is just so absurdly tanky, and I actually talked about it in the Sariel patch notes where we had at the moment we have the new final boss released with like the Esterosa Zeldris and the Demon Meliodas. I was like, watch this be another one of those final bosses where you just use the Barn team, and just due to the fact that Barn has like an absurdly powerful AoE ultimate, and the fact he of course has the just so much HP, and obviously you get points off your HP, watch it just be the best team to use. Barn ultimate there, is he 6'6"? Does look like he's 6'6", okay. Not much I can really do here. Let's just fully shield up. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. He basically is just aiming to do the same thing as us. Pretty much the same team, but just like a human variant. He has his taunt character, he has the one he wants to ult rush with, and then he has his ultimate reduction. Although we did use the 2-star Breath of Blessing, that does give him the Amplify effect, actually probably was not worth it at all. But we did get the Margaret ultimate. If we can manage to survive this turn, we should be able to 1-tap Barn. Although I have had Barns, especially with like 2 and 3-star gift cards especially, completely tank Margaret ultimate. She is on the HP defense set as well, so... Okay, Sariel's dead. That definitely kills Tarmiel as well. Yeah, I didn't expect this team to do crazy good against a human team. He wasn't even using the Terry and he still just mopped the floor with us. And our final opponent, can we wrap up today's video on a win? Damn, there's been a whole lot of people, like actual players today. I feel like there's usually just like a whole bunch of bots and I usually just end up out CCing everyone. Granted, some of it, our CC is usually just a tiny bit better than this. Extra Sariel attack card. I do really like this team. Using Meliodas alongside the Jack of Light Gothar is really nice. I would probably substitute the Escanor out for the Blue True Sigma Melon, especially if you have them, but this works as well. Can Margaret survive? Doesn't even throw out the melee attack card. Okay, definitely not what I was expecting there. What do I want to go for? I think for the time being, we will hold on to our Sariel attack cards. Oh, he does disable 2-stars. I might actually just go for this and we'll chuck that one out there. Chucking up these stance. Hopefully he can't build up a whole bunch of buffs before he starts using his melee cards. Some alright damage, yeah. Especially if we can get like heaps of those Sariel debuffs on him before he starts using them. We can kind of counteract his slow build up. If he can drop like the Jack of Light chain on one of these next turns and we can get the Breath of Bless out, along with the Margaret ultimate would be really nice. However, the 2-star Jack of Light card does disable ultimates, so completely destroys us there. We are 100% removing that ultimate. Let's go for 1, 2. You can't get a Mojo as well, which is nice. And we will... Do I need to focus on anything else? No, I think I might rush the Margaret ultimate, because even if he does try the Jack of Light card, it's not like we can cleanse it because 2-star cards are disabled. Would be nice if we could draw an extra 1-star card, just to be safe, but with that we can easily take out Meliodas, and then we should be in the clear at that point. Like, there's a whole lot of utility with these characters, and I feel like you could probably even change out the Tarmiel in the middle. For Goddess Liz, it's up to you really. I feel like she might have just a tiny bit better Siege being on like the HP defense set. If you're not using Tarmiel on triple crit, I don't know what you're doing. Let's see though. Escanor obviously removing all the debuffs. Yeah, that was the only problem I thought we might have, is if he just tries to go full send into Margaret, she might actually end up dying. Ah, gosh. Okay. Even HP defense, Margaret just gets absolutely lapped up. Those melee AoEs do so much. That's the thing with like how much power creep has happened in the past couple of weeks or whatnot. Not using Meliodas or the like Fairy King, you're at a huge disadvantage. Let's see. I mean, of course you can still win matches, that's for sure. Let's go 1, 2, and 3, I suppose. That gets us both the ultimates, but yes, of course you can still win and you can still use other teams like we just got absolutely mopped by a Barn team before, but I don't know, it definitely helps out using them alongside. I might try and see if I can use the Sariel alongside King in tomorrow's showcase, but if we can manage to survive here, that would be great. These two ultimates would be able to pretty much clean up the entire field, unless... Even at this point as well, the single targets do remove ultimate once you get to that 4th ultimate gauge. Is that the 2-star Jack of Light? Please don't be. Okay, so no, that was only 1-star. Removes the Sariel ultimate. We still have the Tarmiel one. That was the main one I kind of wanted. Yeah, and the cannons do some pretty decent damage as well. I do like the fact that they aren't, you know, only do the amount of damage, like the Chandler counter, let's just say, the one where the more damage they do to you, he does back. That does make for some very strong counters, but people aren't going to attack into it if they see a 3-star counter. Throwing out the Tarmiel ultimate there. Still managed to have quite a few people survive. We got back to full HP though. Hoping these AoEs can clean up Meliodas, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Perfect, would you look at that? Okay, so actually winning, ending off today's showcase on a win. He did actually just get the... Just as I thought it was over, he manages to merge the Escanor ultimate. Okay. Can we have anyone survive the death effect from Escanor? That's the big question. Gosh, I know he's going to go for Sariel as well. Ooh, okay. He has Escanor Holy Relic as well. Can we? Okay, no. We're not going to have Sariel just completely survive, but we are still in a fairly good position. Trying to kill this Barn though by himself. It's going to be a downright pain. Can I rush your ultimate anyway? No, I can't. That's alright. We'll just wrap up the video. This is going to get super long and dragged out. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. I honestly had heaps of fun trying out this SARIEL. Super excited for all the future showcases. For some reason in this video, I'm obviously not going to show all the matches that I did, but it was just an absolute mess. Whether it was like 100,000 CC bots or like 340,000 CC whales, where we pretty much had like 2 units die off the bat. I don't know why, I've never seen global PvP like this, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.